So yeah. You guys are probably upset by this. There are probably a lot of people that are afraid. And that's, at this point, I'm accepting that. When they're not afraid, they're illogical. When they're not afraid, they don't make sense. And those of you who aren't afraid are just illogical and aggressive. And then there's some rare few who sound like they make sense, but they're just being stubborn and not listening. I'll make examples out of you. My whole point being, I'm sick of people sitting there and acting like they've been treating me fairly. They've been giving me a fair chance, knowing that if they had really given me a fair chance, that I would have succeeded so well that it would have seemed like it was unfair. And that's a fact. Which is why you all graduated me down to this level of difficulty, this unfairness, this, if somebody can't handle it, they're allowed to trip me. If somebody can't explain it, they're allowed to freak out. I think I'm allowed to kill people now so long as you can't charge me for it. So long as you can't charge me for it, I think I'm allowed to kill people. What are you gonna do? Every time you admit that I have power, you bring that to the surface. Keep telling me that I'm an immoral person because I'm not just letting people have their opinion, but what good is your opinion if it's inaccurate? What good is your opinion if it doesn't have any measurable value? Your opinion doesn't mean shit. If you aren't responding to things as they are, your opinion is going in the wrong direction. So what good is it? How does that help anybody? You guys are gonna be upset. The ones that aren't just admitting that they're afraid, they're gonna be upset. They're gonna try and humiliate me. They're gonna try and prove that I can't do anything. But you know what it's gonna be? They're either gonna ambush me, do something illogical, or they're gonna try and record a clip of them saying that they were supposed to die there and that because they didn't, that I'm wrong. But I'm smarter than that. I need you to know that, and you know what you're doing. That's why you try to get those clips, try to convince yourself, try to put mass into it. But it'll still be the same way. You're illogical. You'll dead end. And then you'll just blame it on something other than me. When you know that it's me that's doing that to you. And when you are willing to admit that it's me, you'll call me a villain. But that'll only be if you ignore what you were doing to me first. All because you didn't want to let me be happy. I don't care what you have going on in your life. I don't care what you think this is. You have no right to stop me from being happy. And if you think that you're that guy, if you genuinely think you're that guy that can put me in my place, that can prove me wrong, that can show me that it doesn't matter how right I am, then try it. I really want you to. Because I know how that ends. I know what you turn into. I've seen it happen to other men. And for the women, unless you're ready to fucking live off another person for the rest of your life, which is the only advantage you have, I should just cutting that shit out. Now at this point, it's scattered all over so that you can't identify it. You think the advantage you have is that no one will believe me right now, so they won't put mass into it. The advantage I have is that the mass that they'll put themselves into, if it isn't what I'm saying, is illogical and will collapse on itself anyway. You'll try to attack me before your mass collapses in order to make it look like you're right and I'm wrong, but my mass is at this point greater than yours to the extent that even if I die, it'll probably just be a dream. Even if I die, you'll all probably just feel really fucking sick, really disturbed. That's how heavy my life is compared to yours. For shame on me for speaking this way onto others, but when they're wrong and I'm right, they don't stop unless they've got fear. They don't stop unless I flexed on them, so it's not my fault. And I'll fix people. I'll make people the way that they're supposed to be. You can sit there and call me a weirdo, say that I'm a horrible person, say that I'm evil, say that I'm creepy. But when it gets to the surface, when you can't see anything other than what I'm saying, I'm not gonna be a human towards you. I'm gonna be however I feel. So as you've been saying, if you're gonna kill me, you better do it soon, just so I can show you.